started. So we'll find a comfortable seated position. Create a little bit of length in our spine as we inhale, a little bit of release in our tailbone as we exhale. Noticing just a little relaxation as we begin to breathe in through the nose, down towards the belly. Resting the breath back out of the belly, back out of our nose. Helping reach our spine a little bit taller with our inhales, our shoulders, our hips resting through our exhales. Creating that long, deep breath. With our spine tall, let's rest an ear to the shoulder, releasing the side of the neck. Let's lift up tall and release over towards the other side. As we lift tall, sliding our shoulder blades up and down a few times. With our shoulders resting, let's inhale and send our palms up to the sky. Exhale as we join the thumbs down to the heart. Inhaling as we lengthen. Exhaling as we lower. Let's find one more breath. Inhaling tall. And exhaling. Relaxing our hands. Take a deep breath and inhale the ribs up tall. Staying lifted or exhaling a little bit further or a little deeper. Taking a moment to breathe through the ribs, the shoulders, the back, resting towards the back. That next inhale, send our spine tall, sliding an arm up and over, spark. It feels good, pressing tailbone and shoulder in opposite directions. Moving back to neutral, let's trade, lengthening and stretching over. Stretching back to neutral, inhaling, lifting both arms. Exhaling, thumbs to the heart. So we can keep our legs as they are. You can trade out with the other foot behind, resting the hands. Deep breath, inhales, the ribs open. So we exhale, maybe slightly forward, maybe folding a little deeper. Finding just a moment to breathe, resting and releasing into our breath. Letting that next inhale guide our spine tall, fingertips up towards the sky. Let's exhale and twist over to the side. Creating reach on the inhale, rotation on the exhale. Back to neutral, inhaling tall, exhaling towards the other side. Lifting, twisting. Back to neutral, inhaling tall. Exhaling, thumbs down to the heart. Let's find our way into all fours. Helping our wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, lower belly finds our neutral spine. Inhaling as we lift our ribs open, finding cow pose. Exhaling as we lift our ribs tall, finding cat. Creating just a little bit of movement through the spine as we breathe. Inhale, standing. Exhale, folding. Just a little stretch and release into our breath. We can keep this cat and cow movement flowing. We can find neutral spine and start folding. Side to side, shoulders towards the hips. A little release, side to side as we breathe. Creating neutral spine. We'll let one knee reach out to the side and start to circle. Trading that direction of the circle. Lift our thigh, pulling the thigh back, drawing knee towards the shoulder. A little stretch through the thigh and the hip as we breathe. From here, you can take this top knee, rest it over the bottom knee, staying tall or walking our hips back into this little cross-like child's pose and rest our shoulders, our ribs, our hips. Lifting back tall, let's find our way back to neutral, and then trade, letting the other knee circle. And we'll trade out that direction. We'll lift the knee, pulling the thigh back, drawing the thigh towards the shoulder. Get a little stretch as we breathe. Send the knee back, maybe cross it over and stay tall or sink the tailbone back, resting in, just a deep breath. Returning to all fours and then maybe widening out our knees. Sinking our tailbone towards the heels, resting our rib cage inside the thighs, letting our shoulders, ribs, lower back relax here just for a moment to rest. Staying with arms forward or walking arms to one side, widening our side body. Moving back to neutral and then over. Find our way back to neutral, resting in just a moment to breathe. You can continue here. You can lift the rib cage, sliding our knees back in line with our hips, going forward into our kneeling plank. Feel the shoulders coming out over the wrist, lengthening through the back of the head. The hips lift the collarbone, the belly, the ribs, and then maybe exhaling elbows into our rib cage. Inhale, lifting the heart open, and then exhaling, releasing it back. Choosing child's pose or tucking the toes to downward dog, keeping our knees bent or legs straight, or moving the legs, one thigh forward, the other thigh back, taking just a little release through the back side of the body to release. Drawing our feet up towards our hands, creating rest in that shoulder fold, shoulders releasing. Inhaling as we drop just halfway. Rounding the heels, let's inhale and reach up all the way, fingertips towards the sky. Keeping one arm tall, one arm to the ground, and pulling up. Straight. Send the other arm up. Both arms lift up to the sky, stretching open. Exhale, swan darting down. Inhaling as we lift up halfway. Exhaling the right knee behind us. Releasing that back knee and toe, left heel under the knee. Arms where we feel comfortable. We'll inhale, hips forward. Exhaling, hips back. Creating any range of motion, any pace and movement. Wherever our body feels the best stretch today. And send the hips and ribs forward, rolling the chest open. Give just a moment to stretch the front and the back side. Sink back, maybe child's pose or any position of rest that works. Hanging out or sliding forward. Exhaling elbows in. Inhaling heart open. Exhaling hips back. Relax. Sending that right foot forward, finding that lunge position, heel under the knee, arms where we're comfortable. Inhaling hips and heart forward. Exhaling hips and thighs back. Maybe slowing a little bit as we breathe, creating relaxation, creating rest into our breath. Keep the movement flowing. We can find stillness, taking a moment to relax and breathe. With our inhale, pushing forward, really trying to push the back of the thigh, the ribs, the front as they want to go. And guiding those back toes in towards the front, releasing in our forward fold. Letting our head and neck create a little up and down movement. Maybe a little side to side movement. Maybe a little up and down again. We're inhaling up halfway. Feel that reach in our spine. Pressing through the heels, inhaling fingertips to the sky. We're twisting one arm forward, the other arm back. Inhaling tall. Exhaling towards the other side. Finding reach. Finding rotation. Stretch through our breath. Find a little evenness in our movements. Our inhale guides the ribs open. Exhaling, swan diving down, resting our shoulders. Sending our left hip behind us into our lunge, back knee lifted or lowered, your choice. Maybe we're twisting, turning to the front side. Moving back to child's pose or downward dog. Maybe we're hanging out. Maybe we're moving, inhaling through plank or kneeling plank. Exhaling with control, elbows into the ribs. Inhaling, lifting into our lunge. Exhaling as we stretch it back. Find a moment to breathe. Left foot coming forward, finding that lunge position. That knee can be up or down. Let's twist towards the front thigh. Find back. Pose or downward dog. Just a moment to relax, a few resting breaths. Option for a three-legged dog with the right foot stretching up to the sky, helping our right foot find its way forward into our lunge. Planting our back heel, let's open to warrior two. Lifting our rib cage, resting our tailbone, shoulders releasing. So we're going to think about this front palm resting on the front thigh, noticing that thigh pushing up into the hand, and the hand pushing the thigh back down. Noticing the inner thigh lifting, the outer hip reaching towards the floor, just a little bit of movement. So we're activating through your outer hip, activating through the top of the thighs. Take a moment to breathe. Now as your hand feels stability on the thigh feels engaged with our knee maybe reaching over the heel. We're going to take this back arm and then draw it over the head. And then pull it back. Exhale it over the head. And now reaching it back just a few more, stretching through that side body, keeping that front thigh stable. As we draw forward, feeling that extended side angle, noticing the hips resting. So this front elbow can rest on the thigh. We're feeling a little relaxation, maybe the back of the hand to the calf, maybe fingertip or palm to the floor. Noticing the lift in our lungs. The reach through the back of the heel, the back of the head, lengthening inside leg. And just a couple deep breaths, any variation in the side angle you're feeling good about. Let's find our way back into our lunge position. Feel the lower belly come in, and then wiggle the front toes out just a bit. Making half back knee up or down, palms resting under the shoulders. We're pushing the front leg towards straight, drawing the knee back towards the front. So just a little bit of movement, stretching towards straight, bending knee, release here, rest into our breath. Come forward into our lunge, knee up or down. Let's twist towards the front side. Turning to child's pose, downward dog, or you can send the front foot back up to the sky to three-legged dog. Creating rest where you're feeling a good stretch. Maybe we're continuing with movement. Inhaling through plank or kneeling plank. Exhaling elbows in towards the ribs. Inhaling, lifting and opening the lungs. And then exhaling, relaxing. Finding that moment to breathe. Creating rest and release through our breath. Option for that three-legged dog with the left foot stretching up to the sky. Left foot finding its way forward into our lunge, grounding into that back heel. We're stretching open, finding that warrior two, lifting the ribs, relaxing the hips, shoulders resting. So the front palm comes to the front thigh. Feel your front thigh actively push up into the hand pushing into the thigh. Noticing the inner thighs lifting us, the outer hip releasing. So just a little active release in that front thigh. Really trying to get the muscles to engage, so they support us in our strong stance. Now with our thigh rested, maybe the knee is stacking over the heel, we're going to have an option to move the back arm, drawing it over the head, and then pulling us back over. Exhaling over, inhaling, noticing the grounding through our heels, through our legs, as just the torso is moving a little bit side to side. Now as we send the arm over our head or up to the sky, wherever your shoulder feels better, finding the side angle of your choice today, maybe elbows, rest on the thigh, maybe the back of the hand, feels the inner calf, maybe fingertips or palm, feel the ground, feeling that openness through the ribs, through the lungs as we lengthen, back of the heel, back of the hips, back of the head, taking just a moment to breathe. Releasing our palms inside this front thigh. Finding that lunge, back knee can be up or down. The front toe can wiggle out a little bit to the side just so that the palms can rest under the shoulders, get a little bit more shoulder stability. We're going to feel the inhale, push our hips and ribs forward. The exhale, push our hips and thighs back, creating just a little bit of movement through thighs, hips, a little release as we breathe. As we reach into that lunge, option to add that twist, turning towards the front thigh. Resting down, moving back, child's pose, downward dog. Maybe the front foot goes up to the side of three-legged dog. Finding a moment of rest, wherever you're feeling a good release, hanging out or inhaling through plank or kneeling plank. Maybe we exhale, elbows down in towards the rib cage. Inhaling, lifting, opening our lungs, and then exhaling. Finding that moment of rest. Just a little release through our exhale. Option for that three-legged dog with the right foot going up towards the sky. Sending our right foot wide or forward into our traditional lunge. Planting our back heel, let's find warrior two. Arms drawing towards the legs, shoulders, hips releasing, ribs growing tall on the inhale, finding release through the exhale. Just a few relaxing breaths. We're going to extend this front leg towards straight, front palm resting in that hip crease. We're going to think about your inner thighs engaged. Feel that stability of that thigh and hip muscle that soften the bend in the knee. Now we're going to exhale, send the back arm over the head, and then draw it back out to the side. Just a little bit of movement. Drawing over, extending through that back heel, through the ribs, through the shoulders, fingertips, doing that extension, our side body. Now the next time we come forward, lifting through your inner thighs so you can feel that engagement. Lift through the ribs. We're stretching, feeling that diagonal line from that back heel through the hips, through the ribs, through the shoulders. So we can stay here. We can slowly, inner thighs engaged, obliques engaged, drawing the shoulders towards the front toes. So hands can stay on the front thigh, elbow can rest on the front thigh, back of the hand to the calf, fingertip to the floor. Noticing that stretch of our side body as we breathe. Just a little extension and reach into the air. Deepen the bend in the front knee. Relaxing our fingertips on the inside of the front leg. So maybe widening out the front foot again. That knee can be up or down, you can choose. We're going to inhale, hips and ribs forward. Exhale, hips and thighs back. Feeling that inner thigh engagement, stretching into length. Outer hip engagement. So bend the front knee, drawing in, releasing out, just for you resting there. Now from here, we're going to have the option to keep the front knee bent or the front leg straight, letting our fingertips rest under the shoulders from either option, and the spine grows tall. Option to add the twist. Inner thighs engaged, rotating towards the front thigh. And then releasing all the way back into our lunge. Choosing child's pose, downward dog. Maybe the front foot pulls up to the side of three-legged dog. And you stretch into the side. So we can relax. We can find movement. Wherever you're feeling a good stretch, maybe we're reaching to plank or kneeling plank to stay. We can exhale, elbows in. Inhale, lifting, and then reaching back. Finding that moment of rest. Getting that release with our exhale. Option for that three-legged dog with the left foot drawing up towards the sky. Helping that left foot slide forward into our lunge. Grounding into our back heel. Opening our heart to warrior two. Stretching our arms wide, shoulders resting, hips relaxing. That front outer hip to engage. Moment to breathe. Our warrior two. And that inner thighs pulling that front leg towards straight. You can feel this front hand rest on that hip crease. You can feel the engagement through the thigh, your thumb not feel the engagement in the outer hip. And then same movement. I'm going to take this back arm, draw it over the head, feeling that stability in our legs, and then reach it back up. So drawing over, opening out. Feel that lift, ribs, stretch through our side body, and that stability through our legs. Relax our toes. Sometimes they choose to grip. We have a little balancing. Fun. Now we're going to draw the back arm over. Thinking about that diagonal line from the back of the heel, through the hips, through the ribs, through the shoulders. So as you feel that inner thigh engagement, maybe just hang out here. So you exhale if your shoulders want to keep drawing towards the front toes, they can. Maybe the front elbow feels the thigh, not pushing all your weight into it. Maybe the back of the hand feels the calf. Maybe the fingertips feel the ground. Drawing the heart open, feeling that length through our side body, stability in our hips, openness in our lungs. Continue just a couple deep breaths. We're deeply bending the front knee, drawing our arms on the inside of the front leg, picking up the back heel to our lunge, maybe wiggling the front toe wide so our palms can rest under the shoulders. That knee can be lifted or lowered, your choice. Maybe we're stretching this front leg towards straight, drawing that hip and thigh back forward, a little bit of reach as we lengthen, inner thighs stretching tall, outer hips drawing forward, feeling that stability through our joints with our movement. Now we're welcome to keep the body in this front leg straight. That knee can be up or down. Maybe the fingertips come underneath the shoulders, just helping our body feel a little bit more stability. The inner thighs engage, lower belly engage. We're going to have the option to twist with the front leg straight or bent, rotating towards the front leg. Let's release. Find our way back into child's pose, downward dog, or taking the front foot back up to the side of three-legged dog, wherever you're feeling a good stretch. We can find a moment of rest. We can find a moment of movement. Options through plank or kneeling plank. Maybe we exhale, elbows into our rib cage. Inhaling, lifting into our lungs. And then exhaling back. Resting here. Find a few relaxing breaths. With our next inhale, we're finding our way into plank or kneeling plank to find the side plank of our choice. So some options are right knee under the hip, left leg straight, left toe resting on the ground, left fingertip to the sky or the hip. You can send left foot in front of the right knee, maybe lengthening out the right leg. Same option, hand to the sky or the hip. You can lengthen out both legs, maybe staggering, the feet rib cage lifting, maybe stacking. You can choose any variation of a side plank. Feeling good about, take a couple deep breaths. Move back to plank or kneeling plank. Create that tall spine. And then rest in child's pose or downward dog. Let your shoulders release. Just a couple deep breaths before we trade sides. Feel a little relaxation through our exhale. And returning to that plank or kneeling plank. Same options. Maybe the left knee rest. Maybe the left foot comes in front of the right knee. We can lengthen up. Choose any variation that you're feeling good about. Lift through the rib cage, lengthen through the spine. Feel those obliques activate, opening through the lungs. Let's move back to plank or kneeling plank. Releasing back to child's pose just for a moment. You Give your fingers a little wiggle, your wrists a little wiggle, maybe relaxing through our joints just a bit, resting through our shoulders. Arms can stay forward. You can give your shoulders more of a rest by stacking the fist over the forehead or stretching the fingertips by the ankles and releasing our shoulders towards the knees. Head and neck relaxing with gravity. Take a moment to breathe. With our arms stretching forward, we have the option to send the arms to one side, feeling that reach through our side body as we breathe. Move back to neutral and then over towards the other side. We draw back to the center, sending our feet up towards our hands, releasing into our forward fold. Shoulders, head and neck, get a little bit of up and down movement, a little bit of side to side movement, a little bit of up and down again. With our inhale, let's lift up just halfway. Push through the heels. Let's take a deep breath and then inhale. Lift up all the way, fingertips up to the sky. Relaxing the arms, a little sway, shoulders, ribs, lower back, a little release. All right, so we're going to find a place for balancing, starting with our tree. We're feeling stability through one foot, toes widening, arch lifts, knee joint softens. So the other knee is forward or out to the side. Let the inner thighs come in, lower belly come in. Let's ground the palms, letting our toes stay on the ground, or the toe can float, or the foot can feel the calf, or the foot can feel the inner thigh. Really trying to find grounding. Maybe keeping the palms at the heart, maybe resting our palms, maybe extending fingertips towards the sky. Shoulders relaxing, feeling that release as we breathe, resting into our exhale. Hands and feet release. Let's move our joints just a bit. Straightening out our legs. The other heel feels the ground. Thigh engaged, knee joint softens. Thigh can be forward or to the side. Reaching inner thighs in, lower belly up. Planting into our palms. Find that stability. Choosing our foot positioning. Choosing our arm positioning. Feeling that relaxation into our breath. Creating rest through our exhale. Find rest through our hands, releasing our feet, moving those joints just a bit. We're going to open up into star pose, planting through the other foot, reaching out through our feet, lengthening out our arms. So as you feel the grounding in the heel, we can feel the inner thighs engaged, lower belly engaged. We can float the toe, we can extend through the heel, and feel that openness in our lungs. Feel that stretch through the body as we breathe, lengthening and relaxing into our breath. Press that side down, relax out our joints a bit. We'll trade out our feet, letting the other foot feel the ground. Arms extending, shoulders resting. Feel the grounding in the standing leg. Pressing maybe through the heel to lift a leg and open up for that side body as we breathe. Press that side, relax our joints. Moving back to the front of our mat, opening with our inhale, swan dive through the exhale, relaxing our shoulders. Going back to either all fours or downward dog, creating that release to our legs just a bit if we're in downward dog. And we're having that option to pigeon, however you choose to get there. Maybe sending the right leg up first, then helping our right knee stretch up towards the right wrist so that knee can relax. We can grab the tailbone back. Maybe our fingertips draw in towards the leg and our lungs. Stand open on the inhale, stay. Exhaling softly forward. We're exhaling deeper forward. Creating rest, creating relaxation. Finding just a few resting breaths. Feeling that place of release as we breathe, creating relaxation through each exhale. In that next inhale, just send our ribs open, planting our palms on the back toe, lifting the front leg and stretching it backwards, release. And then when we're ready to trade legs, maybe we send the left leg out, helping that left knee find its pigeon that works the best today. Maybe extending through the back leg, stretching the ribs, and lifting the arms, creating that open with our inhale, stay, exhaling softly forward, or exhaling deeper forward. Letting the body have just a moment of rest, a moment of relaxation, noticing release through our exhales. Just really feeling a good stretch today, resting into that, releasing deep breath. Next inhale, guide our rib cage back open, expanding into our lungs, our palms, we can touch the back toe, maybe we lift the front foot back where it came from, your choice, very take a stretch. We're ending up in downward dog, we can move our knees and our hips just a bit side to side. We're ending up in child's pose, you can just relax in stillness, or in all fours, folding shoulders towards the hips. Let's rest in child's pose if you're not already there. Take a moment to breathe with the tailbone, the ribs, the shoulders. Now with our next inhale, we can send our rib cage tall, guiding our legs out ahead of us, feeling just a little bit of release through our tailbone. You rock just a bit side to side in your heels. We're going to send one foot inside our thigh. Picking up our ribs on the inhale, we can stay tall and lifted. We can hinge softly forward. We can hinge deeper forward, wherever you're feeling a good release. Just a moment to breathe. The next inhale, we're lifting up our rib cage, picking up this bent knee, maybe holding onto it with our hands, maybe resting the chin on the elbows or holding on to the elbows on the side. Picking up the ribs as we inhale and then maybe rocking those hips just a little bit of this cradle to baby movement. Which feels a good stretch, stillness, and movement. Now we can stay here. You can lift your belly and hinge back and maybe float that straight leg off the ground. You have a little balance here as we breathe. You have an option to lower this straight leg back to the ground or bend the straight leg so that you can stack shins with an ankle over the knee, knee over ankle. So less intense, more intense. So you can kind of choose where your hips and knees are happy. And then relax. You can even do butterfly or easy seated if this doesn't work. So we're going to lift our ribs on the inhale, shoulders relaxed. Let's turn to one side. Lengthening on the inhale, twisting to the exhale. A little lift, a little release. Come back to neutral, turning towards the other side. Lengthening with the inhales, twisting through the exhales, just a little stretch into our breath. As we find our way back to neutral, picking up the ribs, lifting our lungs. Staying tall and lifted, or maybe exhaling softly forward, or maybe deepening that release as our ribs sink a little closer towards the thighs. We may find more intensity in our hips or thighs. Letting your ribs, your shoulders relax, finding just a few breaths, relaxing out through the exhale. Next inhale lifts our spine up tall. We're going to take this top leg, lengthen it out. So now we've traded out our side. Picking up the ribs on the inhale, we can stay lifted. We can hinge softly forward. We can fold deeper forward wherever you're feeling a good release today, creating rest into our breath. Lengthening up the spine. Let's pick up our bent knee with our hands or the elbows under, elbows to the side, wherever it feels stable in your body. Ribs growing tall, then rocking out our hips, or keeping stillness, your choice, whatever your body is feeling the best about today. And then as we feel a little bit of stillness, picking up the ribs, hinging on that hip, and then maybe we find stability to float that straight leg. Shoulders relaxing, heart opening will reduce those sensations to fold back behind us. Now this straight leg can rest back onto the ground or it can bend, and we can stack shins, ankles over knees, knees over ankles. Finding that position that feels the best on your hips and knees. Maybe it's butterfly, maybe it's easy seated pose, you can choose. Spine grows tall, let's exhale and turn to one side. Feeling lift on the inhale, rotation to the exhale. Move back to neutral and then over to the other side. Lengthening and rotating. Find our way back to neutral, lifting our heart as we inhale to stay tall and lifted. Or exhaling maybe towards a diagonal line. Maybe we continue to hinge from that hip region, drawing our heart towards the ground. Shoulders, ribs, relaxing, stomach releasing, wherever you're feeling a good resting stretch that we can continue that relaxing breathing pattern. Our breath can draw into any place that might be finding a few extra sensations and try to feel a little bit of release through each breath. With our next inhale, let's lift up our rib cage, extend out both legs out ahead of us, maybe rocking out our ankles, our knees, our hips, a little relaxation for our legs. And then as we're ready, we're bringing our feet to the front of our mat so that we can find some space to release back behind us, creating inner thigh engagement, lower belly engagement. You can hold on, you can reach out, slowly releasing spine with control. Down towards the ground, shoulders resting, ribs releasing. Maybe arms extend over the head or walking out our sunshine for just a moment. Taking a few breaths, extending through the heels, through the back of the head, and feel that moving into your body. As we find a position of rest, we'll prepare for bridge pose, sliding our heels in towards our hips, maybe drawing our fingertips by our heels, shoulder blades wiggling in underneath us. We feel the grounding through our forearms, through the feet. Maybe our inhale picks up the thighs and hips and opens our lungs. Choosing any bridge variation that you're feeling good about today. Feeling inner thigh engagement, feeling hips and heart opening. Maybe feel those heels energetically pressing back. So you feel that engagement through the entire leg, the lift and the entire lungs. Finding stability, finding openness, finding expansion through the lungs with each inhale. Feeling rest and release with each exhale. Just a moment to breathe. Our next exhale, we're feeling our spine, our tailbone resting down to the floor, guiding both thighs towards the chest, feeling that release in our spine and stillness, maybe adding just a little bit of movement side to side as we breathe. Planting into our left foot, stretching our right heel up to the sky. Maybe get a little flexion through our ankle, toe towards the sky, toe towards the floor, a little release through that ankle, relaxing the lower leg. From here, you can press that right heel up to the sky. Left knee can stay bent. Maybe left leg lengthens out a little bit. Maybe left leg lengthens out completely. Wherever you're feeling it gets stretched. Your hamstring in the top leg, hip flexion in the bottom leg, a little relaxation through the thighs. You can stay here. You can take your right hand to your thigh, calf or foot, open it out to the side, maintaining grounding for that left hip. Feeling that openness through the hip as you feel relaxation, breath, resting into our exhale. As the right foot comes back up to the sky, we'll bend the left knee if we've lengthened it and stack this right ankle above the left knee. You can keep the foot on the ground or reach the hands through and hug that left thigh in towards the chest, toes drawing in towards the knees, activating those lower leg muscles, finding relaxation here, feeling a little bit of rest through each breath. Letting the body find release. Let's trade legs. Right foot heels the ground. Left foot stretches up to the sky. We can hold onto the thigh and start that flexion through our ankle. Toe towards the sky, toe towards the ground. Just little flexion. You feel a little release through the foot, the lower leg, resting into our breath. With our heel pressing up to the sky, exhaling our thigh maybe a little bit softer towards the rib cage. Right knee can continue to be bent. Maybe we lengthen it out a little bit. Maybe we extend it towards the foot of the mat. Feeling relaxation here as we breathe. Option to use the right hand to rest the right thigh and use this left hand to open the left thigh out to the side, stretching through those thighs and hips, creating that openness that works the best today as you create relaxation, feel release, breathe through the thighs, the hips, maintaining grounding as you feel those leg muscles activate, those thighs and hips stabilizing. As you draw that left leg back up to the sky, you can bend the right knee if we've lengthened it and send this left ankle above the right knee. And maybe we reach through and hug that right thigh towards the chest, drawing toes towards the knees, feeling that relaxation as we breathe, resting into each exhale. We'll end up relaxing at our legs, sending both thighs in towards the chest in stillness, or adding just a little bit of movement side to side. Let's hold on to the right thigh, extend out that left leg, thighs actively stretching away from each other. Option to hang out here or add the spinal twist with the left hand drawing that right knee across our body, gazing towards the right, letting our hips and shoulders release in opposite directions. Shoulders, ribs, lower back, finding release. Taking just a moment to breathe into any variation of a twist that your spine is feeling the best about today. Finding relaxation, finding release through each exhale. Let our bodies find neutral spine, resting our thighs back in towards the chest and stillness, or adding that little side-to-side movement as we breathe. As we're ready to trade sides, the left thigh can stay hugged in, reaching that right heel out towards the foot of the mat, and just maybe enjoying the thighs stretching in opposite directions. Maybe the right arm reaches over to the top of that left thigh. We can exhale across our body softly, or as deep of a rotation as our spine agrees with today. Creating relaxation and rest into each breath, noticing stillness and peace through the spine. We allow each exhale to bring relaxation through the body, pressing out anything that isn't helping us down into the ground. Just noticing rest in each breath. Move back into our neutral position. We can send both thighs back in towards the rib cage, feeling relaxation. Our spine grounded into the floor, maybe a little rocking movement side to side, letting the body find a little relaxation, a little release. You can stay rocking side to side. You can send hands to the top of the knees and feel the knees make big circling movements on the sky, releasing through those tailbones, lower back, can stay in the direction that we're circling. We can trade the direction of the circling movement. From here, you're welcome to move into any stretch that your body would like an extra release in today. Anytime we're ready for stillness, we have several options. Maybe we feel like keeping our feet wide, resting our knees together, letting our lower back feel relaxation on the ground. We can slide soles of the feet together and feel the thighs and hips open, feeling relaxation through the hips. We can rest here through our breath, or reaching into our traditional shavasana with our legs extended, feet opening, palms opening, shoulder blades resting underneath us. If laying on our spine isn't feeling like a good option today, we can always rest onto our belly or onto our side, or just relax in a seated position. Anything that works the best for your body to begin focusing on some relaxation breathing. So as we inhale, we're drawing that breath all the way from the nose down into the belly. Resting the breath back out of the belly all the way back out through the nose. Noticing maybe a little bit of a longer inhalation, a little bit of a longer exhalation. Noticing that breath traveling through the body. So maybe we think about drawing in the breath from the front side of the body, and then relaxing the breath out the back side of the body. Think about breathing in from the toes up to the front of the legs, and the torso, top of the head. And then exhaling from the back of the head, down to the spine, back of the legs, down to the heels. And feel that flowing breath coming in, releasing out. Can you imagine the breath as an ocean wave flowing in through the body? With each inhale, releasing back out. Body with each exhale. And then feel that relaxation as we breathe. Feeling the peace and rest. Sunshine allows our bodies to feel that basking. The sunshine, the soft breeze. Breathing in relaxation and peace, enjoying the sounds of nature as our body finds those resting breaths. Begin to softly gather the breath into the fingers and toes. Feel the breath relaxing out any extra sensations through the body, maybe welcoming any movements at any time. Feeling the breath resting into our hands, into our feet. A moment to feel relaxation through the breath. Continuing to breathe into our wrist, our ankle. Feeling that relaxation traveling into our legs, our arms. Breath releases into our knees, resting into our elbows. Feeling relaxation and peace through our upper legs, the upper arms. Calm and peace resting through our hips and shoulders. Continuing to send the breath into the spine from our tailbone and release the back of our back. Rest and relaxation as we breathe through those ribs, relaxing through the shoulder blades, peace in the back of the head, the back of the neck. We're welcome to continue in relaxation just as we are. We're welcome to add in any movements in our body at any time. If you would like to hug in the thighs to the chest, maybe ground the spine into the floor, maybe rock a bit side to side. Option to fold over into a fetal position on take just a few breaths maybe on our side as we gather in that peaceful, calming, relaxing breath through our left nostril, pushing out anything that's not serving our body today through that right nostril down into the ground. A couple of deep breaths of peace and rest on your side. And with our next inhale, we're welcome to relax into any comfortable seated position that works the best on our bodies today. With our shoulders relaxed, our palms to our side, let's inhale and send our fingertips up to the sky, feel the ribs expanding openly, flat palms and relaxing thumbs down into the earth. Inhaling, lift and open and stretch the top. Exhaling, relaxing down. Finding one more breath together. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, resting down. Thank you all for joining me today. Have just an awesome Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday, we try at 11:15. So that live brings us Friday morning.